Hey VC, Big Star 1000 with a Gimme Ten on MPB, Música Popular Brasileira. Disclaimer before I start, I know nothing about Brazilian music. I am a Philistine of somewhat epic proportions, and my only knowledge comes from what I've read on blogs and books, in websites, what I've heard on records. I don't really understand what they're talking about, although I can make out some of it, being French and Portuguese being sort of a Romance language, so I can make out some of the stuff that they're saying, not much. And also I speak Italian, so it helps. But really, I can't say I'm an expert. All right. The other disclaimer is this is an MPB video. I intend to make a psychedelic Brazil video as well, and maybe a Brazilian jazz video as well, which very different styles of music to this. MPB is this loosely pop music from the 70's in Brazil. Some gems. I have tried to gather my 10 favorites MPB records. I hope you enjoy. If you're new to Brazilian music, it's like a mini summary. If you're a Brazilian guy watching my video and making fun of me, well, you're right. You should make fun of me because I know nothing. I'm going to start with Mr. Jorge Ben. Jorge Ben is from Rio de Janeiro. He started as a bossa nova singer, and then went into, became a tropicalista, obviously, and then moved on and became a superstar of Brazilian music. This is a fantastic record, Tabua de Esmeralda. This is from 1970, I guess 1971 or something, or thereabouts, it's released on Philips. Not an original press, but a reissue, but very good nonetheless. And fantastic album, really amazing record. If you want to start with Jorge Ben, I mean, Força Bruta is better for me, but I showed it in the Soul Folk installment. I'm not going to show the same records 10 times. What I find with MPB, it's got this really melancholy quality to the music. It's got, even if I don't understand the lyrics fully, but it draws you in with this sort of very melancholy, and this record, for example, the self-titled Arthur Verocai record is an example of this. This is a reissue on Kindred Spirits. It's an amazing record, but it's got this deep sort of melancholy undertones, beautiful songs, beautiful crafted. This was released originally in 1972, and an original of this cost $5,000. The last one that was sold on eBay went for $5,000. So forget about buying an original. The Kindred Spirit reissue will suffice for now. Another record that just is on the same kind of line as this Arthur Verocai recent reissue on Licentiatic is Previsao do Tempo by Marcos Valle, with its Nevermind style cover, or maybe Nevermind obviously it's probably unrelated, but they're very, it's got this kind of Nirvana. What a wonderful record! Again, very deep, melancholy sort of undertones. Beautiful record, beautiful singer-songwriter record. I mean, from start to finish, a must. Very good record. You can get this quite easily. Another one that fits that same kind of of sort of this depth of is the solo Low Borges record, simply titled. This is a Four Men with Beards issue. Very, like, I was listening to this just earlier, and it's quite a sad sounding record, but it's just beautiful, gorgeous harmonies, and It's a great record. And since I'm talking about Low Borges, who was from the state of Minas Gerais, I have to talk about Milton Nascimento. This is Milton Nascimento and Low Borges Clube de Esquina, the Corner Club, which is almost like a Brazilian Sergeant Pepper's of sorts. It's a Corner Club was a collective of musicians from the state of Minas Gerais, and Milton Nascimento is a. I mean, you can see on the photo. I mean, I don't know if it's them on the photo. I'm not sure. People from Brazil, correct me. Is it them or is it just a photo of? Because this is supposed to represent Milton because he's a black Brazilian, and Low Borges is not a black Brazilian. And this is sort of black consciousness in sort of a Pan-African consciousness about Milton Nascimento and his work. He was heavily censored during the Tropicalia years, and he really struggled during those years, and he this sort of touch that he gives to the music, you know, is very heavily informed by, you know, the sort of past slave, you know, the sort of slavery past of Brazil, you know. This is a wonderful pop record. It's an amazing piece. Clube de Esquina, the Corner Club. Valle was a place of great musical influence during the Tropicalia years, and when I think of Valle, you think of you know, Os Mutantes, etc. But Tom Ze is, to me, is probably the greatest artist to come out of Valle, and this is Todos Os Olhos, with its really weird cover. It's a beautiful record, very experimental, and Tom Ze was into experimental music, and he studied a lot of avant-garde composers, so it's got this kind of touch to it. It's a wonderful record from the early 70s. Talking about Valle, I have to talk about Os Novos Baianos, the new people from Valle, Acabou, Chorare. This is an original on Som Livre, a wonderful samba soul MPB record, just quite psychedelic as well in its approach, a lot more psychedelic than the other records that I've showed you. Som Livre, classic. And I'll finish with three sort of, this is an absolute must. In any collection, Brazilian doesn't matter. I mean, any collection should have Construcao by Chico Black. Chico Black was from Rio de Janeiro. He was a carioca singer-songwriter, and he was quite big in the Tropicalia years, but I think his best work came after. Just a wonderful record, a wonderful singer-songwriter work, you know, guitar-driven, acoustic guitar-driven, wonderful songs, just totally amazing. On the same line as Força Bruta, to me, like on a par. Here's a great little known record by a Brazilian, I think he was also from Rio. I think his name was Jards or Jards. Brazilian people correct me, is it Jards or Jards? Jards da Silva Macale. This is an amazing record. It's not very well known. It's a reissue on Polysom, which is the only pressing plant in South America. Amazing piece of music. Very melancholy and beautiful. Jards Macale, 1972. And finally, a more fun kind of like more soul-oriented record, more bossa-oriented record is the self-titled Orlandivo, which is a Kindred Spirit reissue. You must get this. It's just amazing. It's a beautiful record. Very soulful, very bossa, very samba, but MPB at its core, obviously. I hope you enjoy.